Yes. Okay. I did not know. Did not know if it was picking me up, but welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for that. If you a true motherfucker, if you know what that soundtrack is from, it's not for the faint of heart. And most of you be like, I know you're a gamer, but I didn't know you were like that kind of gamer. Yes, the fuck I am. Thank you guys so much for joining me. It's Elijah 5000 here on this beautiful Monday. That is the 25th of May. And we are here to talk One Piece. Now, I am trying to finish this up so I can make sure to hear the audio. It took me forever. I've had an iPhone for a long fucking time, and it still takes me forever to find shit. If you don't lose it, you'll never use it. And I always lose it, and that's the reason why I don't use it. But now that I found it, fucking using it. So let's go ahead and get in today's show because we have a live read. And I'm excited about this because this read gives us more of the backstory of my boy Brook, who we've been waiting on for a long fucking time. I think Brook really has a lot that he is bringing to this story that's going to tie the Straw Hats down and into the final battle here on Elbaf, and actually either escaping or making it to the next point in the story from Imu. As you can see, I'll go back to it one more time. The thumbnail was Morn-Maid Dawn. Well, this says Good Morn-Maid, but the actual title is Morn-Maid Dawn, because just like Romance Dawn, this is the dawn and evolution of our boy Brookie. We finally got to see this man's eyes. Not creepy. The fact that he openly goes after the king's wife all the time. You know, I gotta respect Brook for it. He has not. This is before he started asking motherfuckers for panties. And I think because he never got the queen's panties, that's the next thing he can do. He'll never love anybody like he did her. And it kind of seems he's promised to Gunko at this point. So without further ado, all the notifications are sent out. Thank you guys for joining me for this. Let's go ahead and pull this shit. I don't need a tutorial on fucking streaming, bitch. Let's go ahead and get into this. Let me adjust this. Let's see how it sounds now. And while we're doing that, let me go ahead and pull up this chapter. Now, let me move this over just a bit so that way we can go ahead and get into what we about to read today. You're about to see what we call the contextual vortex of the display capture as we capture this week's motherfucking chapter. Here we are. Let's go, boys, girls, non-binaries, ladies, gentlemen, every fucking body. It's time for One Piece chapter 1183. As we see in this color spread right here, it's the Straw Hats up in the bubbly, soapy clouds. Actually being... it's water being splashed up from a big ass fucking elephant, but we have our boy, the Soul King, Jimi Hendrix Brook in the corner, Frankie with the big titties, Jinbei sitting back getting the bidet up his ass because he's a fisherman. He knows how that water feels. We got Chopper here looking at Luffy's balls, inspecting them, and testicular torsion is a killer, like 1000%. Zoro don't give a fuck, he's drunk. Sanji bringing drinks to Nico Robin, who's reading a book with the hat on. And Robin wears the hat better than John Travolta. John Travolta cosplaying, being a director. Look at Robin. The knee-high, thigh-high boots with the hat and the book and the umbrella. Magnifique. Nico Robin sitting next to her girl Nami with the map. Nami pointing to the sky. Bitch, the sea is underneath you, but she knows where to go because she's the best navigator. And the boy Usopp holding on for dear life. The man, a warrior of the sea, he is already. We know that, but I don't see the muscles anymore. But he's having fun. And Luffy at the top as the king of the pirates and the captain of the crew, sitting here one piece. Thank you. Let's get into this chapter. We see the beginning and the top of the chapter. This is 1183. Good Morn-Maid. And we see Imu himself. Ragnir, thou wert waiting for one who could strike back against Mu. Isn't that right? This pretentious shit. But I love Imu. Imu be talking so much shit, no matter in person or not. And then we see Ratatasker, sitting there going fucking haywire. I don't see him on Loki, but he's somewhere up Loki's ass. And we see Loki say, "What nonsense are you talking about? I've never seen someone absorb so much damage, bitch." And we see the eyes that Loki's mom, the fucking native-born Elbathian, hated so much to have him taped up, just sitting here staring at Imu. Imu is above Loki, barely, and Imu goes, "Loki, Straw Hat Luffy. In any case, thou wilt not be my soldier, so I shall eliminate thee instead." And as he stares down Loki, flames underneath him, we see the fucking the eyes of Imu, the glorious one, the white-haired widow, the one with the horns that make an S-shape, second to none. I mean, I want to say second to none. Harold has some badass horns. He got rid of them, so really they are second to none now because Loki's, you know, the Lokis are basic. They're nice because Loki's big as fuck, but look at Imu's horns. Look at them right here. Oh, shit. Hang on one second. We're not fucking doing this today. We've only been here 7 minutes. 7 minutes. This is not my my artwork. We're just talking about shit that we like. It was just One Piece. We gotta put the cover over because, you know, they be doing some bitch ass hoe ass shit. So let's get back into it. We are only 4 pages in just now. Let's go ahead and zoom in so you guys can see this. But we see Imu's fucking horns right here as he puts that staff out. Bam! Got that fucking circle hole he putting the pole through, talking about, you know what I'm about to do to you, Loki. And he says, just like Dozan. And there was there's 3 different interpretations. This could just be someone's name, but this could also be Do and Zan. Now I'm fucking blanking. Zan, I think, means mountain. Do, I cannot remember. Which, you know, we're trying to get fancy because Oda likes to pun it up with the katakana and shit. But this could just be Dozan because I think that is the name of the god of war who Loki is currently the reincarnation of. So Imu shoots Maki, or he has Maki ready, so it's just like Dozan. Loki is fucking tired. He's still flying, and we see blip blip stuff falling off of him as he's hovering in the air, and he goes, Ragnar duel, and we see 2 bolts of lightning, da-doom, come from the sky as Imu extends his motherfucking power pole of a weapon as flames are on the sides, whoosh, as it spins around, and they both clash. Ragnar duel Heim from Loki as both bolts of lightning come towards Imu, but Imu breaks that shit up, turns his bow around, and he ends up striking with Blade of Wrath, Graham, and cancels out Loki's attack. We see them both in midair, standing in this beautiful double page, and then all of a sudden, we fucking go to Western Village, caught in a rainstorm, as we see Big Mama Zaza. They said, take back the children, he says, but we see this big towering, lumbering, watery, beautiful goddess with the face shrouded in mystery. with the little doppels of water coming off our hats, still just grabbing one hand on top of a house, grabbing the children. The parents are panicking and shit. Kids are drowning. Look at them shooting up her fucking arm. Like, wow. And then we see Ripley come back with her friend, and that's Ange in battle armor next to Oimo. I like this shit. We see the giant family members, the mothers, the aunties, the teachers, the uncles. We're not letting them get away. After all we did to save them, you're not taking our kids. And then we see an eye glare down at them. That's all she doing, just glaring like, nigga, like... well, first it's MMA. It's not going to address them, but it just looks. And then Ripley says, wait, you guys, you shouldn't be moving around. I haven't. Oh, no, this is Chopper. I forgot. If we look really close, let's zoom in right here in the middle of the page. We see Chopper, who is he's standing up very high. I'm going to go back. Yeah, he's not on Ripley's shoulder. He's standing up real high next to her and say, wait, you guys, you shouldn't be moving around. I haven't finished your blood transfusions. You really will die. And then Ripley says, fuck that, Chopper. My life means nothing to me. If my son is ripped from my arms, and this is the warrior's pride. These are Elbathian warriors. This is a former giant warrior pirate, Ripley, but on Elbaf's name, King Harold himself, above all else. Nigga, let's go. We fight. My kids don't fight, but I've been fighting since I was a kid. So let's go. Ripley's there, and then whoosh, somebody gets doused with fucking water next to Ripley. Eek, as we see Zaza extending the left hand. The kids are all in both right hands. Where's the third hand? Where's Zaza's other hand at? Left hand here. Oh, I think it's up above on this side. So the kids are both in the right hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 kids. It's help us. And we see the Elbaf warriors shooting arrows, having their swords ready, shields, not really anything you can do against water, but they trying. And then we see this punk ass bitch that I'm loving. He's just a trifling ass bitch. Saint Killingham's only 7 of them. It'll have to do. Let's go, Zaza. And as he says that, we see our boy Sanji-kun coming in. What's happening over there? Sanji's grimace face, eyebrow curled up. It's time to get Germa dirty, bitch. Then we shift scenes. We go over to a blazing scene of fire surrounding ice, and that's where Gunko was. Because we zoom in, and the ice has not melted. There's a crack. There's cracks in the ice if you look close enough, but it has not melted. It has not shattered. And this is the promise that Loki gave us. He said, if I hit a bitch with this, they're fine, but they won't go unless I let them go. And we see, zoom in. Brook, who did you run? Why did you run off? To fight that woman, Usopp says. He said, I had to jump in after you because it seemed like something was wrong. ... Brook ain't saying shit. And then we hear Nami. Do you know her, Brook? Was she some enemy you fought against in the past? No, not an enemy, but a person I did not want to see. As Brook lays there, not even turning his head, just staring at the sky. And he continues, or so I thought. I'm so confused right now. We zoom in, we see Brook, face fucked up, missing a tooth, cracks all on his head. He's like, if it's really her, then she must be 77 years old right now. Everybody's like, what the fuck, Brook? Nigga, you 90, she's 70. And Nami says, so it must be someone else, right? I mean, she's a celestial dragon. Usopp jumps in. He turned his head just a minute ago. We go back. We see the motherfucker's head is turned. Now his neck is stiff and he just looking. He said, yes, at the time she was Brook says, yes, at the time she was the princess of my homeland. And I lost contact with her when she traveled across to sacred Marijoa. Usopp, huh? Then we see the big boy, big brother Frankie running back to the group of Usopp, Nami, Brook, and Jinbei. He says, hey, Brook, the chick's still frozen. Can't tell if she's alive or dead. We can just leave her there, yeah? He goes, what I'm saying is she's a celestial dragon who looks exactly like someone you knew. Doesn't that change the fact that she came here to attack Elbaf? And Brook goes, yes, but When we were tied up earlier, she was the one who unwound the rope. And then we flash back to Usopp. Escape, he says. He's like, yes, I'm free. I feel like my mental powers did that. It's never helped before. Immediately. All the bullshit he be saying that come, it's like months and years later. But we see Brook bent over, still ashamed. He says, why would she do such a thing? And then we see Gunko again saying, run, Brook, as the ropes are untied. And he says, how does she know who I am? As he looked deep into the face, like, is this Gunko? I think this is Shuri. And he continues the story. And then she turned back into that demonic form again. Her original personality, that personality that saved us, her demonic form, it feels as though we've seen 3 different people in her. And then Nami says, you think it's possible that she's being controlled? It did not occur to me at first, Brook says, but after seeing people turn into demons today, I must admit I feel deeply disturbed in my core. And Jinbei coming in like the true king himself. I hate to rush you, Brook, but we need a decision. Does she live or die? We cannot do anything before that's settled, because if this bitch come back, Fishman karate on her ass. I'm saying let's just take her out. And Brook, sitting sadly, remembering his past, he continues, a long, long time ago, truly a long time ago, she was just a child and I was a young man too. It was in a country that no longer exists, Esperia. And the Straw Hats look on. Even Usopp looks up, or sits up, and he goes, Esperia was a land of music, full of workshops, crafting instruments of all kinds. Which I was like, if Brook is just a man who learned every instrument, that's fucking badass as hell. But if he came from a place where all they did was musical instruments, and he was the best, I'll say magnifique. But it says West Blue 70 years ago, 4 a.m. Strum, shaka, shaka, check, check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wake up at the crack of dawn, and it's a good Morn-Maid to start a brand new world. Oh, they say there's many seas that can be surveyed, but all I need is a good Morn-Maid, as he yells. We still don't see his eyes, but we see the fro and the big-ass mouth with skin on it. And he continues, good morning, Esperia. No more waiting for favorable winds. Shut up, I got a hangover, someone yells as he's wiping beer from his mouth. Brook continues, it's time to set sail, baby. How you doing in the back streets? Be quiet. Dogs are howling. Strum, strum. Dee-hee-hee. Good morning, Brook. A 7-year-old Shuri says. And then we hear Brook continue, what about the port? Hey, Arena! Jajang, as he continues to play his instrument as he marches across Esperia, and then shaka shaka shang. Oh, how I wish to see a sexy mermaid someday. Shut up, Brook! Someone yells, and someone goes, Brook, my fave. So we have people that love his singing, at least 2. And this was, I hope you get fired from the Battle Convoy. And Brook continues, oh, it'll make me lose my soul. Now that's what I call a bad inmate. Oh, brother, get me a gun, or get my gun. And then Brook goes, yeah, as he hits that Nika pose in the middle of the kingdom. And the narrator says, this is the land of instrument makers, Esperia Palace. In the barracks, and we see at the palace, it just looks beautiful, almost similar to Alabaster, a little bit different, kind of was not Skypea, but where Nami was, Wisteria, Weatherpia, wherever the fuck she was. It's got those 2 similar traits mixed into the architect, and we haven't even seen a lot of the architect, but I will also say Film Red. We'll see. We'll continue to watch. Look at the full picture of the island here in a minute. And then we see the Battle Convoy. Come on, Captain, teach us how to do your quick draw techniques. It's not fair that Princess Shuri gets all your attention. This is pathetic. What do you think I'm teaching you now? Learn the fundamentals before you dream, he says. I wonder what our dinner is tonight. Yeah, I'm starving, Shuri says. And gather up all your crew as Brook and Shuri sing as they walk around. And then we get our close-up. Time to ship out Binks's brew. Sea wind blows to where? Who knows? The waves will be our guide. Or across the ocean tide, the sunset is going wild, and we see this man Brook's eyes looking off to the side, and he looks back down at Princess Shuri, and we get her singing, see the sky, birds singing in circles passing by, And the text box says, Kingdom of Esperia, leader of the Raider Squad, Battle Convoy, Brook, age 20. And then also Kingdom of Esperia, Princess Shuri, age 7. Dee hee hee, I worked hard today. As she carries and brandishes a sword on her back over a cape. You think I got any stronger just like Mama, she says to Brook. And then we see Brook's eyes go all googly. He said, yes, Her Majesty is very powerful. Ah, Queen Kendall, light of my life. It's not good to fall in love with a married woman, Brook Shuri says. He said, what do you mean? Love is free. And then we see this big motherfucker. He's got to be a Davy, the way that this man looks. He's over here shearing the bushes, wearing some emu type shorts right now. And it says, Kingdom of Esperia King, Raven. He says, I sentence you to death for conspiracy. And Brook, too harsh. Please, boss. I mean, Your Majesty. And then Shuri goes, Papa. And when we get to this flashback, this shit's going to look fucking cute as fuck. Think Bonnie and Nico Robin. We see Brook, you were plotting to kill me, weren't you? As he puts his hand up in protest to the king. And then, of course not. Don't even suggest it. Oh, this is the king saying, he's like, you were plotting to kill me, weren't you? And then Brook says, of course not. Don't even suggest it. I'll wait until death takes you. And then Shuri says, come on, Brook, forget about Mama. She's jumping up and down, wanting all of Brook's attention. And she continues, don't worry, Brook. When I grow up, I'll marry you instead. The king looks back. He's like, no, Shuri, you're supposed to say goofy stuff like that to me and melt my heart. And then Brook goes, no thanks. I'd prefer a wife without a runny nose. As the king tries to kick Brook in the face, and it says kick right above his right face. He said, what, you picky oaf? How dare you turn down my daughter in front of me? And then Brook sways back, swoosh. He's like, I'm not if nothing fateful. And Shuri falls on the floor. Dee hee 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 hee, as she sniffles up her boogers. And he says, I hate to interrupt your fun, the fun, Your Majesty, as a guard comes in. He says, there's a gang of horseback riders coming through the city port. Some of the battle convoy is in town, but they're outnumbered. We've sent more, because I remember reading the brief of this. We've sent more from the castle, but I don't think they'll make it in time. And it shows you the port, the opera house, and the palace, and where Brook and them are. And the king says, what are they after? In a serious tone, serious face, he said, they've been shouting for Queen Kendall, who is enjoying an opera in town. What is that? Or what is it? The Molan family? Mole family? Yes, sir. They've been after Kendall for years. When did they land at my port? He says, send word to Kendall not to leave the opera house. And then the soldier says, the opera house's transponder Snell is on silent mode during the show. And he's, he yells. The king's hair is still fucking fiery as he's looking with blank eyes. And then Shuri says, do something, Brook. They're going to kidnap Mama. And Brook says, the Moulin Rouge, you say? Why, that's odd. I saw them in the port earlier today. And we go to Theater Street as they're whomping and a-riding. People on the ground getting ready to get trampled. Dakong, Dakadon as the horses run. Blam, blam, shooting. Everybody's yelling. And says, it's a horseback gang. And we see almost like Don Marlowe's ugly cousin with the scar across his face, grimacing, smiling. The mafioso's here. And they're at the opera house. We go into the opera house and we see that they are finishing the performance. A beautiful performance. We see a lovely young lady say as she claps. And then outside, surrounding it, come on out, Kendall. We have permission to shoot from Don Marlon Mulan if you don't. Today is the day we settle this, they yell. You're going to be the Don's woman once and for all, another one says. As make sure Your Majesty doesn't leave the... And we see blood coming off one. Blood dripping down from the hand. Blam. Yeah. I'm trying to make sure I get this right because one of the... okay, it's a soldier getting shot. I was like, why would you shoot one of your own men? One of the soldiers that was trying to make sure the queen didn't leave gets shot by one of the mafia. And then the king goes, hey, help, Brook. And Brook says, it's going to be fine, boss. For one thing, she's very strong. They can't take her anyway. And then he goes, plus, well, I'm rather stunned they haven't noticed yet. You see, by the time they left the port and Shuri and her father, the king, are sitting there worried with tears in their eyes, snot running from their mouth, Brook goes, I'd already cut them all. huh? And then we see shing, 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 shing. It's like wham, bam, bam, bam. All of them are cut to shreds and falling. What just happened? One says. And say, oh, wait, is this one of those? They were already cut things? And then someone says, then it was Captain Brooks' quick draw. 3 pace, hum, notch, slash. Everyone yells in the fucking kingdom. I said, oh, Sir Brooke, he's so dashing. Someone says, look, there's Her Majesty. What a beauty she is. And then we continue, people, women, men fawning as the captain's love. The king's wife, the queen, Kendall, comes out. Says 70 years ago, the kingdom of Esperia harbored 2 great stars. One, former captain of the Battle Convoy and current queen, Kendall. The other, an unpopular musician but master of the quick draw sword technique. And Kendall's walking and say, what a scene out here. And then the narrator continues, that left, let's start this over. The other, an unpopular musician, but master of the quick draw sword, that left its victim unaware they'd been slashed. The leader of the raider squad, Humming Brook. In this era, the kingdom was at peace. And we see 2 soldiers walking out, but behind what the text box says, Kingdom of Esperia, Queen Kendall, as she walks out unharmed. Now, this is my question. Before we even get to 1184, if Brook cut these motherfuckers, when we go back a chapter, if I'm somebody that was here, I'm pissed because these people got trampled, they got shot, they were running a fucking muck before they even made it here. So there was a couple people that got hurt. So Brook, you did cut the motherfuckers way back here at the port. Let's go to the map. Earlier today, you cut them up right here. And you're over here at the palace right now. They're heading to the opera house. This whole stretch, they was fucking up people. They should have, as soon as they stepped off the boat and you cut them, give them 3 seconds, 5-second top, and let them go. There's no reason to wait for justice, wait for them to do something. You know there's a feud. Moulin Rouge is sending the motherfuckers here. Do that because people got hurt, Brooke. You're using your signature move here. You cannot cut down people and allow them to fuck people up because there's at least 2 people on the ground right now, and people were screaming their ass off. Now that's fair that they'd be scared, but have them on the ground, getting trampled, getting shot. I can't give Brooke a pass on this. But this was young Brooke. This was 20-year-old Brooke. Brooke was chasing booty every day, chasing the queen's booty. His former leader. So she was the leader before she got married and turned queen. I can understand why Brooke is infatuated with her, but Brooke, you gotta kill these motherfuckers sooner. This chapter, before the flashback, it's nice to see Loki still in the battle. He's not as weak as I was assuming he was going to be, because I was like, oh, it's going to be all Luffy and the Straw Hats back him up. No, Loki and Ragnir have their own battle with Imu. And this also solidifies that the god of war, Dozan, who had Ratataskar and this devil fruit, held their own against Imu for a long time, and it was enough of a pain in the ass for Imu remember all this time. Comparable to Davy D. Jones, and then also Nika. We also saw Zaza. I don't know how Sanji's going to help. Maybe Sanji's going to use Skywalk to go through Zaza, collect the kids, drop them off, and then I don't really know. Sanji's got to fuck up Killingham, and I think he can do that. And I think there's been a discussion about hockey, and I'm going to ask this about Brook and Sanji. Do Brook and Sanji have a different type of COC? Because if you need Supreme Conqueror's hockey, you need to be alive. And I'm just thinking out loud here because I'm like, who has been dead that we've seen this from? Brook doesn't have blood. Brook doesn't have something in his body to allow him to do it. What if his Supreme Conqueror's hockey is how he's freezing and using his soul and that shit that he learned Whole Cake Island and then on? Because people aren't trying to give Brook a pass for fighting Big Mom. Brook fought Big Mom. Brook held his own. And ever since then, Brook has been getting step-ups, but they haven't really showcased power feats. They've showcased his soul ability, which I would like to have seen actually push Gunko out or do something with the Domi Reversi Giants, but now we had Chopper, who's possibly the god of bitch slap. So I want to see if Sanji and Brook have COC, and if Sanji uses it with Killingham, that would make sense in how he defeats him. Well, next chapter we'll also get a Zoro update because Zoro's getting ready to fight Summers, and what Summers up to. We'll get a Luffy update, I'm sure, and any other Straw Hats we did not see. But Brook, going into this backstory, we've had so many backstories, and I feel like Brooks is so important because he's seen so much of what happened. When he was leaving Esperia and going out to sea, Roger was an upstart. So he knows all these niggas' names. He knows what has happened and where he was, but also he's like, oh yeah, I think there was an upstart named Roger. He didn't give a fuck. He was with the Rumball Pirates. Not to run up on LeBone, he had his own shit to do, but Brooks' history is very fucking important to the story. Shuri, how she grew up, when she went to marry Joa, what happened there? Did she... That's what we need to know, because she's got two different eye colors. Her dad does not. Her mom does not. So what are those eyes? Was she possessed when she was younger? Maybe, say, 18 and shit. She's going to marry Joa to be sold off for some reason. Don't really know why. It's going to be a sad backstory between her and Brook, but this is also what's going to shape Brook in this story and what's to come. Because we don't know shit. We haven't seen shit from Brook when he had eyes before. Brook's always had glasses in his 30s, and then we saw him as a skeleton. And we've heard the three-notch humming, or a three-pace hum notch slash, and then we've seen it in movies. But what is the significance of it, and what part is it going to play now? So. Let me know what your thoughts and predictions are. Put them in the comments wherever you're watching, Kick, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Patreon. Put them there so we can talk about them as well. And also, we got to give a shout out to our sponsors. Let me go ahead and take this off because the sponsors be giving us that good shit. If you like ramen and you are a ramen person, ramen head, if you will, you want ramen that doesn't fucking increase your waistline. It's got low sodium, low carbohydrates. This is a good source of fiber, good source of protein, and plant-based. Emmy Eats, IMMIEATS.com. Go buy your ramen here. We have black garlic chicken, tom yum shrimp, spicy beef, spicy red miso, creamy chicken, and roasted pork tonkatsu, 6 different flavors. Use promo code EDGE2G to get $5 off your purchase at checkout. But you can also check here on the website local stores to see where they're selling in your area if you want to go pick them up. You just won't get the discount. Also, switcheries.com. If you like Nintendo Switches, you like to accessorize your Switch, and it doesn't matter if it's Gen 1, 2, Lite, OLED, just click on it. They got cases, they have thumb grips. I think we usually do OLED, yeah. Other accessories, controllers, dock cases for video games and anime and themed that you see right here. You get some Princess Mononoke, Hello Kitty, Sailor Moon, whatever the fuck you want. I mean, they have a lot of stuff. If they have, let's say, controllers, but they don't have a theme that you want or a color, just go to support, send them a message, and they will get you your shit. This is the place you want to go. Use promo code EDGE10 to get 10% off your purchase at checkout. Again, online, 10% off your purchase and free shipping worldwide, $35 or more. Go ahead, use promo code, get your shit shipped to you free, and get a discount. Thank you guys so much. Always show the sponsors some love, and come back next week for brief spoilers, full spoilers, TCB scans. We didn't have full spoilers or TCB scans this week. It was kind of fucked up, kind of weird. Don't really know why. Finally found the TCBs, but it was like late last night. I'm like, I'm not doing TCB and a live read. We're going to read this bitch tomorrow. We need to see what's going on with Brook and Loki and all this shit that's going down. So thank you guys for joining me. I'm Elijah 5000. Thanks everybody for coming through. Nam, Leon, Buck, Boz, all you guys. I appreciate it. Your subscriptions, follows, shares, all that shit really helps the show out. Anytime that you subscribe, you follow on Patreon, you donate, anything like that, it goes back to the show so we can get better equipment and keep doing the same shit that we do. And right now, as you can see, I need some lighting. I'm going to get another monitor and shit, so that way we have some better shows. Join me this week for 1184. I do not think we're on a break week. If we are, just watch other streams. We'll fill you back in. And got to give a shout out to the Gotcha Kuda creator for getting off social media. Don't fucking blame the mangaka for not wanting to deal with y'all's bullshit. She already said she hated all the racism that she's getting from the Westerners, which are white Westerners. Cut that shit out. Not every anime character is supposed to look like you. Just fucking enjoy the fucking show. If you don't want to enjoy the show, you don't want to enjoy the manga, then close your motherfucking eyes. Go somewhere else. Quit fucking it up for all of us because you coming in wanting to be a hoe ass bitch. Let us enjoy manga and anime, okay? Thank you guys. This has been Edge 2 Gaming, Edge 2 Otaku. Follow, subscribe. So much shit coming your way. Make sure to follow the Patrons as well. There's Elijah 5000 and Edge 2 Gaming. Go follow both. They will converge, but you'll have access to the Discord and other shit as well. Thank you guys so much. I'm Elijah 5000. Guess that music, and there will be a prize for you. But I'll check you in the next one. Peace out.